Welcome to Mombasa!
We're in the beautiful city of Mombasa, located across the coast of Kenya. This amazing city has it all. Beautiful beaches, amazing food, and it's a melting pot for so many different cultures, from European influence, Arab influence, and even Pakistani influence. Who would have thought that? But we're going to spend the day walking around exploring this beautiful city. So let's go and check it out, shall we? One of the things that we're doing here in our day in Mombasa is going on a free walking tour. Now, if you've been traveling as long as we have, you get to kind of figure out where you can do some really interesting walking tours at a really reasonable price. And so if you go onto Google and just type in free walking tour and the city name that you're in, you'll probably find something where a local is going to take you around for a few hours on a very interesting historic tour, and you get a much more in-depth understanding of the history and the significance about the local area. And so we're here with our lovely tour guide for the next 2 to 3 hours, going through hopefully what is going to be an interesting tour of the historical part of Mombasa. And we're starting it off here in the old fort, which has some very, I'd say, interesting, somber and quite dark history that kind of gets forgotten along the way. But we're going to go and explore this now.
Oh gosh, honestly, I don't think I was ready for this sort of tour. It's so deep, but it's really eye-opening. It's quite saddening. Our tour guide just took us downstairs and showed us where the Portuguese used to store their weapons. But he did say that the Arabs were worse. And what the Arabs used to do is they used to keep the African slaves locked in there, hundreds of them at a time. And because it's all coral, Mombasa was undersea, so all this fort you can see behind us, it's actually made of coral. They didn't have any sort of equipment back then, so it was all chiseled by the slaves. And when we were down there, literally there's no window. It felt like suffocating. So you can only imagine what they must have gone through.
The war between British and the Arabs, it was a very quick war. So the Arabs, they can't afford to fight British, and then they settle, they have agreement to back to Oman, 1895.
Even the Arabs weren't able to understand what this transcribed to, because it's a mix of Arabic, Persian and Urdu.
So we just learned a lot of history about the various different nations that have been trading with Kenya over the centuries, and it's interesting to find that Oman has always been trading with Kenya, both whether it's their spices, their natural resources, and involved with slave trade right from day one until the Portuguese arrived, and there was a short war between the two. And then the British arrived hundreds of years later in 1863 to abolish the slave trade, but then actually took over it. Really interesting history here, and it's definitely worth checking this place out.
So now we've just checked out the fort area. We're now making our way to the old town. Here on the right you have the Mombasa Club. This is the first club here in this city, and it was built in the 1897, and it was only for the elite, very rich people.
So we're just walking through the old town now, and you can clearly see the Portuguese and the Arab influence here with the different buildings and the different architects and the balconies.
So when you walk around this old town, you'll see in a lot of the buildings, they're still very strong, and that's because they're made of thick wood. It doesn't get infested by insects. So that's a good thing about thick wood.
While we're walking through the old town, we've come at a significant building here. It is the first original and only post office here in the old town of Mombasa. And this is where the Indians who built the Ugandan railway would send letters back home, because it was the only post office in the region. So we're just entering now the oldest fish market here in Mombasa, which is right by Mombasa Port. I have to say, the fish on display here look absolutely delicious. The big, massive chunk of tuna that's being cleaned up, and wouldn't mind having some.
Right, after a quick tuk-tuk ride, we have made it here to the famous spice market.
That you suck and then you throw the seed. It's baobab fruit, baobab.
Wow, that is very nice. Delicious.
Is that a bit of dry mango?
Banana tea, yeah, very nice.
Ooh, wow.
Strong, huh?
Couple of hairs on your chest, that does.
Coffee.
I seriously wouldn't expect anything less from a market like this in Kenya. There's so many different colors, different sounds,
Smells.
everyone's really friendly. They're just saying welcome. So many delicious things on offer.
Smell the pilau mix. Yeah, that's the pilau. You from where?
This Pilau, Pakistan.
Oh, Pakistan. Welcome to Mombasa. Say hi to Karachi, Islamabad, everywhere. Enjoy yourself. Huh?
If you come to the spice market here in Mombasa, you have to come to Alibaba's market.
Well, that was a very eventful, nice little market walk. Thank you. Very famous, aren't you? And back in the tuk-tuk we go.
So the final stop here is at the famous Moy Avenue, just by these massive elephant tusks that were made in 1952 in commemoration of Queen Elizabeth when she visited the country. And the significance is that these crossing elephant tusks is the symbol of Mombasa. Mombasa is a very unique place to start your food tour here in Kenya because there are so many different cultures all mixed up here.
So here we have it, guys. We made it to our first stop and we are going to try some special Swahili coffee. I'm so excited. It's literally right by the ocean. It's busy full of people just hanging around, and it's been recommended by our lovely tour guide Halima. Here she is. Hey!
Welcome Mombasa, this coffee area. Here we try to taste for Swahili coffee, which is mix of ginger, cinnamon and the cardamom. It's a traditional Swahili coffee. We have sweet and unsweet.
One sweet for me and one unsweet for him. Right, it's time for the taste test, guys. I'm going to give it a bash. This is called kahawa. It's very crazy because in Pakistan we call it kawa, don't we?
Yeah, kawa.
And this is Swahili coffee. I've gone for the sweetened version. I'm going to go in for the taste test. Wow, that is got a really good kick to it. I was not expecting that. It's quite spicy, it's like spicy coffee, but it's very sweet, quite delicious, and it's not a massive cup, so it's just like a nice little one to get going. But the views here is absolutely insane. I understand why people just come here, have a nice cup of tea, hear the sound of the waves. It's just so therapeutic. Alright, everyone's going in for his taste test right now.
You know, this is one thing already we made the right decision to get a tour guide to take us on a food tour around Mombasa, because we had to go down kind of an alleyway through a little construction building site to get to the seafront, and I would have never found it otherwise. We would have never found it. It smells so good. Oh yeah, that has got a kick to it, man. Perfect. It's like cardamom. You can really get that cardamom and it hits you here nicely. A good way to start an evening of eating at loads of different places.
Yeah, the coriander meat.
Coriander mix, they call katilis.
Katilis. Wow.
How did that taste? Yeah?
Wow. That's like mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato,
Yeah,
onion,
with onions and coriander and a really nice flavour to it. That's really good. I'm going to give it a good 9 out of 10.
Oh. Now he wants it. He definitely likes it.
He does like it.
I'm gonna go for a nice bite.
Nice, isn't it? Really delicious. Very good work.
That is very nice. Very, very nice. I can see why Zakaria likes that. Ooh, the sweet one is way more stronger. It's got a proper ginger kick to it.
Yeah.
ginger,
Yeah, sweet one is much better.
That ginger hits you right in the chest.
So just as we were walking to our next place before we get some more delicious food, I found out a fact which kind of solves a mystery that I was thinking about, and that was why you see these different colored cans and canisters, plastic ones, like literally on the back of tuk-tuks, vans, just transporting them all around the coastal area. And that's because salt water is freely available from the sea, and when you go in houses, hotel, restaurants, to wash yourself and to wash your clothes, it's salt water, but to obviously drink you need fresh water. And so these canisters of water are sold to residents here. 50 shillings for 20 litres is sold to families, and families buy up to 50 canisters. Freshwater requirements, that's used in cooking, that's drinking.
Okay, so here we have fried potato.
Yes, a fried potato we have here. She's called Mama Farida.
Mama Farida. So here we have the bhajia, guys. These are deep fried potato goodness.
So let's give this a try. Almost falafel looking. Let's
Yes.
try it, bismillah. Very similar to a falafel. It's not spicy, but it's very, very flavorful. It's got like a crunchy texture to it as well.
Falafel slash pakora. That's good.
Zakaria's
Wow.
enjoying it.
That red sauce,
Is it
it
good?
makes it complete step. Oh yeah. It's not overpowering. It's really, really nice. So here in Mombasa, what you'll find in the coastal areas is there's a lot of Arabic influence. Halima was telling us there's over 60% of Arabs living in this region alone. That's why, you know, we've got foods that come from like your falafel, Arabic sort of influence. You have your Swahili dishes. However, no Portuguese, even though they did try to colonize this place. But we are just sitting outside Mama Paritas, and honestly, it was the most best potato heaven balls I've ever had in my life. And Halima is not disappointing us. She has taken us to all the best spots so far. We've had some delicious coffee, amazing falafel, and some really nice crispy potatoes that I could have with a roasted. We definitely would not come down this street if it wasn't for our tour guide.
So one thing that we've noticed as we're walking through the old town, as we get deeper and deeper, the streets are getting a lot narrower. Barely like a couple of tuk-tuks can pass through, and you know how small tuk-tuks are. But let's go and see what else we can find and get to eat here. We've now arrived at our next place to eat, which is Ahmed Shawarma. And you guessed it, we're gonna eat some shawarma. Right, so we're gonna try the meat skewers first.
Mushkaki!
Mushkaki, they look very good. Oh yeah, that is grilled meat, delicious style. Very, very nice. It's not chili, it's a bit soury from the tamarind sauce.
Let's give it a try, thank you so much. Everybody said it was good, so I'm excited to try this. It's soft. This is delicious, succulent meat, and it's cooked to perfection. I understand why this guy is so busy now. Literally have people turning over at his store all the time. You have to come here. It's insane. Yeah. Very good. Look at this, guys. This looks amazing. And the bread, I can already tell it's so soft. Right, let's go. That is absolutely delicious. That's really good.
I'm gonna go in for a bite of the shawarma as well. It looks delicious. Let's see if it is delicious. The best shawarmas are always these street side ones that you get. Hands down. This one is no exception. I knew it was going to be delicious. It tastes really good. So it's just gone sunset now. We've just had some lovely shawarma. So now on to getting some lovely, lovely, soothing sugarcane juice.
Let's go. I'm excited.
Let's go.
Here we got it, guys. Sugarcane juice. Let's give it a taste test.
Okay, so this is probably one of the most unique sugarcane juice that I've had, or that we're gonna try. We've tried these in Pakistan before because it's a national drink, obviously. Sugarcane juice you get everywhere. But with this one, the guy cut up some ginger, some mint, and some lemon, mixed it all up, and you've got this. So I'm quite excited to try this mixture. Bismillah. Oh yeah, you can feel it. You can taste the ginger in this. Ginger goes really, really well with the sugarcane juice, I have to say. This guy likes it too. You know, if I close my eyes and take a sip of that, it reminds me of like our nighttime adventures in Pakistan when we were trying different street food, and we used to have sugarcane juice quite regularly actually. It just brings back those memories and how food, similar tastes that we've got across all these different cultures, different parts of the world, but the tastes are so similar. Because as people travel, they take their food with them and mix it along. And so when you go as a new traveller, you get reminded of your own culture.
That is so true. Can I say it better myself? Okay, on to our next tuk-tuk adventure.
Yeah. So just a 5-minute drive from where we were before. We've come to south of Mombasa, and we're going to try some coconut water and the best cassava chips that you can get. So let's go and try them out. There you go.
There you go. I was going to help myself. Trying to cassava crisp. Can't believe it. We've been in Kenya this long. It's our first time trying these. Should be a crime, but looks like a crisp. It crunches like a crisp and it tastes like a crisp. It's like ready salted porkers, but better. They look the same, but they're not. These are a thinner version of what we just tried here on this pile. Oh yeah, very addictive because you just feel like going back for more and more and more. It's the best madafu I've ever had in my life.
We have had an amazing day here, trying loads of different foods, all in authentic local Mombasa places, and did an amazing walking tour. So I definitely recommend both of these activities. We'll put all the contact details of our guides down in the description below. But for now, make sure you follow your vision, and we'll see you on the next one.
Say bye, Zakaria.
Bye, Zakaria.
Bye.
Bye.